Classroom of the Elites Season 2 will be out next. Before we start the recap, can you spot the mistake in the video? A hint will be given randomly. The protagonist Ayakoji is quite the mystery. At times he seems indifferent, and other times he cares. His upbringing is shrouded in mystery. The first episode brings us into his world of high school. This school boasts 100% both college and employment rates. The students are lavished with financial backing from the government, and have every commodity a student would need, not to mention the best available. However, students are isolated from the real world, and outside contact is limited. To keep students busy, entertainment is available on campus, and I mean everything. Each student will have their own points allotted each month in place of money, and can use these points to buy goods and services on campus. It is hinted that anything can be purchased with enough points, as explained by the instructor. The S system is designed to assess the students in real time and assign numerical values. Based on these values, qualify the point allotment, which is called class points. The entire class is now in a high-stakes game. Whoever has the most class points is given more opportunities for rewards and point allotments monthly. Failing a test will also get immediate expulsion, and it will also detract from the entire class points. Each class is separated into A, B, C, and D. The protagonist is allotted class D. He was able to get the exact percent on each test just to pass. He decided standing out was a bad idea. As class points are further discussed, each class is in a competition for rank A. Each month is a special activity which allows each class to acquire more class points. But they can also steal points from other classes, giving them the ability to steal a class rank. Quite a few students put the class in jeopardy at the expense of getting revenge or ahead, or simply just don't care, which gives Ayakoji the opportunity to manipulate many students and utilize them for his benefit. Anyways, it's just a game. As we approach episodes 2 and 3, Ayakoji and Horuta are slowly building a relationship of trust, and Kushida wants to join that group. She dearly wants to be liked by everyone, and Horuta just doesn't believe her, and of course for good reason. Episodes 4, 5, and 6 bring Pseudo into light, as he is focused on by Class C delinquent Ryuen, who is testing how the S system works. Pseudo is set up by being harassed by Class C, causing him to brawl with them, and now they complain to the class president, expecting him to pass judgment, but as always, it's just a game. The class decides to gather evidence and pursue Pseudo's innocence. Ayakoji has a strategy meeting in his room on ways to collect evidence and in general what direction the group should take. As Horuka randomly shows up, she notifies everyone that Sakura has the evidence on a camera. Kushida takes it upon herself to contact her. As she's walking back to the girl's dorm, Ayakoji follows her in secret and finds that she has quite the twisted personality. She also notices that she's been showing her true personality. She is quickly able to shift the tide by having him touch her breast, leaving him in a position of blackmail. The next episode starts off with Sakura. She is very shy, however, loves to take selfies of her well-developed body in a bathing suit. She posts pictures on her blog and is quite beloved, and those who recognize her are infatuated. Her camera is broken, having the evidence to clear Pseudo. Ayakoji and Kushida join her to assist in getting her camera repaired. The president, who is usually absent from meetings that involve punishing students, makes an appearance. The president's sister, Horuka, is very anxious and scared. Ayakoji has to wake her up with a stimulant. He tickles her until she is back to normal. Quickly, she recovers the session and presents favorable evidence for Pseudo. She presents her witness, Sakura, and then proves that she was present for the altercation. She then shows an SD card with a picture of the 4 students fighting. The president listens to the testimony and concludes that the picture isn't enough evidence to suggest that Pseudo didn't start the fight. So he would conclude what the punishment will be at 4 p.m. the following day. However, Ayakoji has other plans and decides to take measures into his own hands, and makes the bullies play into his hands by having cameras installed in the area, and has an incident occur while being recorded on the new cameras. He forces the bullies into a mental corner, and they have to take the complaint off the table, leaving Pseudo safe. The clerk who took Sakura's camera for the warranty repair is quite the pervert. one of her fans, he is quite insistent on getting her personal information. He begins stalking her and even attempts to do the naughty, caught in a lust-fueled rage. During the altercation, Sakura had called Ayakoji and quickly responded with the campus police. As we head into episode 7, Sudo and a few other classmates set up the class for another big hurdle. They decide they want to set up cameras in the girls' locker room and record some spectacular shots. Ayakoji averts it by having Horika give a speech attracting everyone's attention, as he quickly removes the cameras, preventing any issues from arising. Episodes 8, 9, 10, and 11. Class 1D's instructor takes Ayakoji aside, offering a deal of protection for getting the class to rank A. He isn't too keen on the idea and questions her intentions. She politely lets him know that he'll be expelled otherwise. The class finds themselves on another assignment that requires something in addition to book smarts. Maybe even more practical. They have to survive on a deserted island. The classes have to remain on the island until noon, 10 days. Provisions for food, basic camping supplies would be supplied. Each class is issued 300 special points that they can spend on necessities. However, the remaining points would be added to the class points. A specialty rule is announced. If the group can guess who the leader of a class is, they can win an additional 50 points. If they are wrong, 50 points will be deducted from their stash. Part of the task is finding a proper location to set up camp, which is marked. A reward for selecting a location and moving to other locations also can increase class points. Ayanokoji and a few other people are selected to find a camping location. Once found, they set up base camp. The girls in Class D immediately vote on spending points on private restrooms, shower, and wind. While Ayanokoji left to look for firewood, a student from Class C named Ibiki was found dirty and hurt. The class votes if she can join in for the duration of this exam, ignoring that she might be a spy. Ayanokoji notices that a classmate has camping experience and quickly lets him set the class at E. After drawing a basic map, Ayanokoji and Horita begin searching the island and find Class B, where they notice how efficient the group is and clearly better organized. After leaving, they stumble upon Class A's location, surrounded as they attempt to enter the cave, which is covered with curtains. Class A and C were working together. Class C was enjoying a luxurious vacation as they spent all the class points. Ryun confirms that he spent the points and said this was a stupid test. And even if Ibiki goes back to the ship, they won't deduct the points because they already have 0. Ayanokoji wakes up to a dilemma already brewing. A pair of panties have been stolen from the girls. The girls quickly confront the leader of the boys, asking for Harita to search all the boys' belongings. Immediately, the boys blame Ibiki, the student from Class E. Hirata, the class president, discusses the fact that the boys may not have taken them, and the girls state Ibiki, being a girl, has no reason to steal the panties. As the class president begins to search the boys' belongings in private to protect everyone, Iki immediately finds it in his bag and doesn't understand how it got there. The other students tell him good luck, and Ayanokoji is tricked into holding the panties. Hirata, the class president, finds them in Ayanokoji's pocket and keeps it a secret. Ayanokoji tells him he didn't steal them. The underwear that was missing was from Hirata's girlfriend, and he could put them back, or ask her to keep it a secret. Since no thief was discovered, the girls required the boys to separate the tents further apart to make them feel safer. Ibiki confronts Ayanokoji about the panties. He assures her that he doesn't believe she stole them and planted them on the boys. He quickly returns to the place where Ibiki was found and notices that dirt has been dug up and put back. What does this mean? Horikita has a flushed face and is clearly feverish. Ayanokoji checks her temperature and she's over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, or 38 degrees Celsius. Due to the weather changing and possibly raining, Class C wants to secure rations for the day, and Ayanokoji takes the opportunity to confirm that Horita is still in possession of the key card that was used to secure the camping location. Every 8 hours, this key card is used to secure the camping spot on a digital meter. Yamaguchi, one of the classmates, puts mud directly on Horikita's head, causing quite the questionable conduct, and is swiftly thrown down. Now she has to go take a shower. Ayanokoji quickly asks Horita to keep it under wraps while he figures out how to confront the person who most likely took the card. Ibiki is now in his crosshairs. He is quickly distracted by a manual caught on fire. Of course, the girls immediately blame the boys for doing it. Ibiki disappears during the incident and is blamed to be a spy. Horikita confronts Ibiki about the missing card, and Ibiki shows her the card, and a fight ensues where no one can see them. Ibiki gets the best of the feverish Horikita. Here is your hint. How many days was this test? Episode 12, the conclusion. Ibiki goes back to the original spot she was discovered, and digs up a radio she buried. Ayanokoji finds Horikita, where he tries to convince her to drop out due to her high fever. She, of course, isn't willing to give up. She wants to obtain class rank A to catch up to her brother, of course, at any cost. Horikita was dropped off at the instructor tent as she had passed out due to a high fever, and of course the class lost 30 points due to this. Ayanokoji tells the class president what had occurred and that Ibiki has stolen the card, and quickly realizes that he may lose 110 points due to this setback. Ryuen, the leader of Class C, has set up all these tribulations and signed a private deal with Class A to divulge all this information for a transaction of 200 class points. He would reveal all the information about who the leaders of each group was. He really thought he'd get away with this thrashing, and exceeding Class A's points by getting the 200 plus listing all the leaders of each group. However, it didn't turn out the way everyone expected, and they were all confused. When Class C got 0 points, Class A got 120 points, and Class B 140 points, and Class D 225 points. Ayanokoji, the mastermind of this series, sniffed out the plans of Class A and C and quickly dispatched Ibiki's hidden camera, which would have been used to take a picture of the key cards, and changed Class D's group leader to his. He was allowed to do this once since Horikita had left the group due to a fever. He then had the classmates put dirt on Horikita's head and wanted her to go take a shower so Ibiki could steal the card. He burned the manual and found Ibiki's radio near where the camera was buried initially. He surmised that Ryuen was still on the island and that he was probably the leader. He didn't attack Class B as he believed the class didn't want any more enemies. To remove his involvement with the entire Class D winning the competition, he told the class that Horikita was the one who did it all, and that she is a genius. Ayanokoji questions his instructor on the reasons why he would be expelled if he didn't try to acquire class rank A. It was suggested by that man, a mysterious figure connected to Ayanokoji, and that he would eventually quit school on his own accord. As the episode finishes, Ayanokoji talks to himself, affirming he has no allies, and people are just tools. Thank you for watching. See you next time.